don't see it on the outside, but every day, millions of seniors in America silently carry the weight of chronic illness. It's more than just a diagnosis. It's a life that feels like it's getting smaller by the day. You wake up, and it starts. Stiff joints, swollen feet, the same dull pain in your back. You look at the long list of medications and wonder how it got to this point. Maybe you've been told that's just part of getting older. But deep down, something doesn't sit right. What people don't talk about enough is the emotional toll. Chronic illness isn't just about high blood pressure or arthritis. It's about the exhaustion of constantly managing symptoms. It's about the fear of losing your independence. It's the loneliness when you cancel plans because you just don't feel well enough. It's also the cost of freedom. You stop traveling. You hesitate to try new things, even simple pleasures. Walking in the park, enjoying dinner with friends, become calculated decisions. Will this make me feel worse tomorrow? And then there's the hidden stress, juggling doctor visits, insurance paperwork, confusing instructions, and the constant adjustments to your lifestyle. That stress isn't harmless. It raises inflammation, disrupts your sleep, and weakens your immune system, making your illness even harder to control. Many seniors start to feel invisible, like life is happening around them, but not to them, like they're stuck in a cycle of surviving, not living. And it hurts, emotionally, physically, spiritually. But here's the truth. You're not alone, and you're not without power. There's a reason you're watching this video. A part of you still believes that things can get better, that even if your illness doesn't go away, your life can still improve. You can feel stronger, more in control, more connected. And it starts with understanding one simple truth. You are not your illness. If you've been living with chronic illness for years, you might feel like your body has betrayed you, like you're just waiting for the next symptom, the next flare-up, the next limitation. But what if I told you that your mindset, not your medication, could be the key to taking your life back? This isn't about wishful thinking or ignoring reality. It's about realizing that the way you think about your condition shapes how you respond to it, and how you respond determines the quality of your life. Let's be honest. It's easy to fall into survival mode. You follow the routine, take your pills, manage your symptoms, get through the day. But thriving requires something more. It starts with believing that you are more than your diagnosis. Take James, 68, diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and chronic pain in his knees. He spent years feeling hopeless. But after joining a local walking group and practicing gratitude journaling, something shifted. He didn't just feel physically better, he felt emotionally alive again. It wasn't a miracle cure, it was a mental shift. From victim to participant in his own story. Science backs this up. Studies show that people with chronic illnesses who maintain a positive outlook live longer, recover faster, and experience less pain. Not because their bodies are stronger, but because their minds are. This shift doesn't happen overnight. It starts small, by changing your inner dialogue. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," ask, "What can I do today?" Instead of "This is the end of my life," try, "This is a new chapter, and I get to write it." This mindset invites action. It creates space for healing, connection, and energy. And perhaps most importantly, it helps you reclaim your identity, because you are not just a patient. You are a person, a parent, a friend, a fighter. And when your mindset changes, everything else starts to shift with it. Your energy, your choices, your relationships, even your health outcomes. Now that you know how powerful your mind truly is, let's move into what really makes the difference. Not just what you think, but how you live. For years, many seniors have been told the same thing: take your meds, follow doctor's orders, and hope for the best. But what if that's not enough? What if real healing doesn't start at the pharmacy, but in your daily habits? Here's a hard truth. Medications can manage symptoms, but they rarely fix the root cause. And too often one prescription leads to another and another, until you're juggling side effects instead of solutions. Now, we're not saying to throw out your meds, never stop or adjust treatment without your doctor's guidance, but we are saying this. Your lifestyle can either be your biggest problem or your most powerful medicine. Let's break it down. Food is fuel, but for many seniors, it's also inflammation, fatigue, and blood sugar spikes. A diet high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats can make chronic conditions worse, even if you're on medication. Switch to an anti-inflammatory diet. Think fresh vegetables, berries, fatty fish like salmon, olive oil, turmeric, and leafy greens. These aren't just healthy, they're therapeutic. Start small, swap soda for water, white bread for whole grains, fried food for baked. Your body notices even tiny changes. Maybe you can't run marathons, but you don't have to. Just 30 minutes of walking, stretching, or chair yoga can reduce blood pressure, lower blood sugar, improve mood, and even help joint pain. You don't need a gym. You need consistency. Walking around the block, gardening, dancing in your living room, all of it counts. Motion is lotion for the joints and for the brain. Physical activity also boosts memory, energy, and even helps fight depression. Many seniors underestimate the power of good sleep. But poor sleep raises cortisol, increases inflammation, weakens the immune system, and makes pain worse. Simple habits can change everything. Go to bed and wake up at the same time daily. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Make your bedroom cool, dark and quiet. Limit caffeine after 2 p.m. Good sleep isn't a luxury, it's medicine. Chronic stress is like a slow poison. It inflames the body, triggers flare-ups, and makes it harder to manage any condition. You can't avoid all stress, but you can build habits that calm your nervous system. Practice deep breathing. Try 10 minutes of meditation or prayer journal. Your thoughts disconnect from negative news or people. When your mind relaxes, your body begins to heal. It's easy to feel like these changes are too small to matter, but that's exactly how transformation begins, step by step, day by day. Small choices become habits. Habits become routines. And routines change lives. You don't need to overhaul everything at once. Start with one thing, a better breakfast, a 10-minute walk, a good night's sleep. And if you do it consistently, your body will respond. Not with instant miracles, but with strength, energy, and a renewed sense of control. You've now seen the 4 pillars that can shift your health: nutrition, movement, sleep, and stress. But you're not meant to walk this path alone. No one should fight a chronic illness alone, and yet that's exactly what happens to so many seniors. Isolation becomes part of the condition, but it doesn't have to be. When you're dealing with fatigue, pain, or limited mobility, it's tempting to withdraw. You cancel plans, skip events, and slowly your world shrinks. Before you know it, the only people you talk to are doctors, and even they are rushed. But here's the truth. Connection is medicine. Studies show that seniors with strong support systems live longer, manage illness better, and report higher levels of happiness, even when facing serious conditions. So how do you build support when you're tired, overwhelmed, or just out of practice? Start with your doctor. If your current physician doesn't listen, rushes you out the door, or makes you feel like a number, it's time to speak up or find someone who treats you with respect. A good doctor is a partner, not a boss. Next, look at your inner circle. Do your family and friends know what you're going through? Sometimes people don't help because they simply don't understand. Don't be afraid to be honest. Say, "I could use your support," or "Would you go with me to this appointment?" If you feel like you don't have anyone close, there's still hope. Online support groups are powerful. You'll find thousands of people going through the same thing, ready to listen, share advice, or just say, "I understand." Local community centers, libraries, or churches often have wellness programs, social gatherings, and volunteer groups designed for seniors. Even one weekly activity can shift your mood and motivation. And don't forget about caregivers, whether it's a spouse, adult child, or home aide. They need support too. Communicate your needs clearly and show appreciation. A healthy support system works both ways. Here's the bottom line. When you feel seen, you feel stronger. When someone checks on you, listens to you, walks beside you, your illness loses some of its power. You don't need a dozen people. Sometimes one person who truly cares can change everything. And once you've got your support team in place, it's time to take control and start building something powerful, your own personalized plan for living well, not just getting by. You've heard advice before: eat better, move more, sleep well. But if you've ever tried to do it all at once, you know it can feel overwhelming. That's why so many people give up. They don't need more advice. They need a plan. Let's fix that right now. What you need is a simple, realistic, and personalized action plan. One that helps you feel more in control, one step at a time. This isn't about being perfect. It's about making progress you can feel. Let's build that plan in 5 practical steps. Start by keeping a symptom and lifestyle journal for 7 days. Write down how you're feeling physically and emotionally. What you eat, how much you sleep, when you move or rest. Any medications or supplements patterns will emerge. You'll notice what helps and what triggers flare-ups. This is your health map. Make a single updated list of all current medications, dosages and times, doctors' names and contact info. Upcoming appointments, use a simple pill organizer or a free app like Medisafe to stay on schedule. When your medications are organized, you reduce stress and avoid dangerous mix-ups. Forget vague goals like get healthier. Instead, go for measurable ones like walk for 10 minutes after breakfast, 3 times a week. Replace one sugary snack with fruit daily. Go to bed by 10 p.m. for 5 nights. Keep it achievable. Celebrate even small wins. Progress fuels motivation. There are free or low-cost tools that simplify everything. Reminder apps for meds, water intake, walking, food trackers to monitor sugar, salt, or carbs, wearable devices, step counters, heart rate monitors, voice assistants for reminders, weather updates, or med lists. If technology feels intimidating, ask a friend, caregiver, or grandchild to set it up. You'll learn quickly and gain confidence along the way. Once a week, take 10 minutes to reflect. What worked? What didn't? Where did you feel strong? Where did you struggle? Update your plan accordingly. This is a living document, not something set in stone. If you fall off track, don't quit. Start again tomorrow. You're building a foundation, not sprinting to a finish line, because when your plan is clear, your path becomes easier. You'll make decisions faster. You'll stop guessing, and you'll finally feel like you're the one driving, not your illness. Chronic illness doesn't just affect the body. It hits the heart too, and for many seniors, that's the part no one talks about. Living with a diagnosis day after day can wear you down emotionally. You might feel angry, hopeless, or even ashamed. There are moments when you ask yourself, why me? And that's a normal question. But if those emotions are never addressed, they start to build walls between you and the life you deserve. Grief is part of this journey. You may be grieving the person you used to be, the energy you had, the things you could do, the dreams you had for retirement. That kind of loss is real, but here's the good news. Grief doesn't mean the end of joy. It means you're human. Start by acknowledging your feelings without judgment. Write them down, say them out loud, talk to someone, a therapist, a pastor, a friend, or even a support group online. You're not a burden. You're a person in need of healing. Next, introduce small moments of joy back into your life. Morning sunshine on your face, music from your younger years, a phone call with someone who makes you laugh, a gratitude list before And these things may seem small, but they rebuild your spirit over time. Lastly, remember, motivation comes from meaning, not from pressure. Remind yourself why you want to feel better. To walk your daughter down the aisle, to play with your grandkids, to travel again, or simply to wake up tomorrow feeling a little more like you. The body can't heal when the heart is heavy. You've made it this far, and that already says something powerful about you. You're not here to give up. You're not here to settle. You're here because something inside you still believes there's more to life than managing symptoms and counting pills. Let's recap what you've just learned. Chronic illness is hard, but it doesn't have to define you. Your mindset can shift your experience. Your lifestyle choices can create real change. Your support system can keep you going when things get tough. Your action plan puts you in the driver's seat, and your emotional healing helps you stay strong. From the inside out. Now here's your next step. Don't keep this to yourself. Share this video with someone who's struggling. Post it in a support group. Email it to a friend. Because millions of people are silently suffering just like you were, and they need to know there's a better way. And if you're ready to take your next step, check the description. You'll find a free downloadable guide to help you start your personalized wellness plan today. You still have time, you still have purpose, and this chapter, it's just beginning.